Spoiler warning! I'll be talking about the 5th episode of RWBY's Queendom in this video. If you haven't seen the episode yet, then I suggest you watch it first and then come back here, okay? Okay. So nothing out of the ordinary in this episode. The WEISS vs RWBY fight I said in the last video was wrong, as we don't see a fight. Instead, we get a RWBY ASMR treatment, which is still fine. Like, just close your eyes and listen to this. You good? You horny bat. The episode continues on where it left off. RWBY, who was now awake, informed the others on what she saw. Xion states that the Nightmare Grim is hiding itself on the core of her mind and also tells them why WEISS is powerful in her dream world. I also love how they just call her Negative WEISS. Yang was really letting her sarcasm be heard when it came to WEISS. I had a blast laughing at her remarks while Blake would just tell Yang to shut up. It was really funny. I also appreciate the detail where Xion has to recharge her mana. I mean, that makes sense since they are using her mana inside the dream world for things they need. We also get to see the process of how the spell works, and I really love the mini dolls each of them have. So Blake and Yang enter the dream world with RWBY, and their first interaction was very cute. Blake's weapon can now go so far, and Yang got a boost in power. I also love how her bike was there with her. When RWBY was showing Crescent Rose and telling them about the gun being at the wrong place, it made me chuckle how Yang and Blake took a step back since RWBY was aiming at them. It's the small details that I really appreciate. I also love that RWBY always uses the coins immediately to make things easier, but at the same time, waste the coins, waste Xion's mana, waste their only resource in this world. And Yang always there to stop her was so nice. It really proves to show that Yang is calm and responsible. I'm not saying RWBY isn't any of those things since she has ideas on her own that works. But RWBY immediately does things without thinking, so at least with Yang around they can manage their coins and use them at the right time. That moment with Pyrrha and the other members of Team Juniper was really enchanting. I was astonished watching how gorgeous Pyrrha looked and how lovely her voice was. The song she was singing reflects so much about WEISS, and she's clearly singing the Mirror Mirror on the Wall in Snow White. And what do you know, WEISS is literally based from Snow White. And the fact that Pyrrha was singing WEISS's first theme, Mirror Mirror, is also a nice detail to catch on. And it's also really interesting how Pyrrha is wearing an outfit WEISS wore in Volume 4. No doubt about it. It's the exact same with different coloring. And since WEISS looks up to Pyrrha, I think that's the reason why she has her clothes and can sing when other Seelies in this world can't even speak. And the fact that they have their own outfits in that specific jail means it could be possible for Team Juniper after all to enter and help them out. I was even shocked that Pyrrha herself, WEISS's most wanted person to team up with, is in a prison cell. Maybe because she chose John as their leader, which is why she's there, but seeing all 4 of them inside can probably mean that Team Juniper can go inside the dream world as well. I really hope that's the case. We also get to see the Grim Nightmare slowly consuming WEISS as we see the vines all around the area popping up and filling the room. RWBY then finds a relic in their copy of a room as it shows how WEISS thinks of him, cause Team RWBY's prison cell is inside the castle, so even if that's the case, WEISS still clearly cares for them. Xion says the relic they found could be her will to resist the Nightmare Grim and could be able to let them go deeper into her mind so they can wake her up. I also love that the relic RWBY finds was at her very own bunk bed at the upper bed. That shows us how WEISS really trusts RWBY. But we see the second relic RWBY is looking for in Negative WEISS's chamber, frozen in ice. So I don't know how they're going to get that out, but I am curious nonetheless on what they're going to do. The episode then ends on Negative WEISS seeing Blake and RWBY, and probably there's gonna be a battle. At least we're going to see it happen, right? Right, guys? Either way, this episode was okay. I'm hoping for Team Juniper to have more roles or even a bigger role than what they currently are now. I want every Pyrrha and John interaction I can get. Please check out my 4th episode review of RWBY's Queendom, or you can go check out my mini review for the new girl Love Live has just released. That's it for today, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. See ya!